What's up YouTube? Unseen here with another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle. This is an NFE battle against Magmortarism, and neither one of us actually had a full NFE battle. I know that I love to bring NFE Pokemon. If you guys watch my old videos, or any previous ones I should say, they're not really that old yet. But I love to bring NFE Pokemon. I think they're awesome, they're original, and they're really underrated. So they're definitely my favorite things to bring to battles. And we decided no Stealth Rocks, and anything goes. So if it's banned on Smogon, it doesn't matter as long as it is NFE. So yeah, here we go. Let's start with the battle. I was looking at Magmar sets because I was actually going to bring Combuskin at first, but since he's Magmortarism, I was like, you know what, let me bring a Magmar. And I saw his shiny version was pink, and I was like, oh my god, Magmortarism would be such a great name for him. So I was hoping he wouldn't get like pissed off or anything, and he thought it was pretty funny, so that's good. And I think it's a pretty awesome nickname. So he goes for the Protect, scouting out what I'm going to do, thank god, because of, I can set up my sub now, and setting up a sub is crucial on this Magmar, because I do not run Eviolite on it, I have leftovers instead, because I have to make sure I have a sub up. Without a sub, I can't really run this very well. So Eviolite is not important. That brings in Vibrator, and Vibrator is a fucking monster. In our second battle, it just demolished my team. It was like overkill. Luckily I'm behind a sub, so he can't do much here. But I go for the Belly Drum. Now I'm +6 attack and behind a sub. I'm feeling pretty confident right now. And he actually outspeeds me. And I know that the Brava does not have the best speed. It's pretty bad actually. And I am a max speed nature, so I know it has to be Scarfed. And he goes for the Earthquake, breaks my sub. I go for the Fire Punch. And him setting up Sunny Day actually helped me out here, because I'm not really sure if I could kill without it, just because Magmar, even with +6, still does not have the best attack. It's kind of sad. So that probably helped me out, but I also have Stab on it, so I boosted it up even more. That brings in Shiny Jinx. I don't remember the name of this Pokemon because it's stupid and I'm never going to use it, so I really don't give a shit. So it took me a really long time to pick this move because I wasn't sure what its speed was, and I was hoping I'd outspeed it because I am max speed. I have 313, I'm pretty sure. And luckily I do. The Fire Punch will one-hit KO it. My other EVs on this guy, I have 252 in attack, 252 in speed, and the other 4 are either an HP or special defense. Doesn't really matter too much because it's not very much. So I go for Mach Punch now as he brings in his own Magmar. And it does a really good amount of damage, but this is what I mean. Even at +6, he can't KO Magmar, and they have really bad defense. But he's probably an Eviolite variant just because of the fact that he took that. So he goes for the Mach Punch of his own. It does a pretty good amount of damage, but then I realize he has Life Orb, so I'm like, really? I couldn't kill that thing? That's kind of sad. So he goes for another Mach Punch. It almost KOs me, and then I can KO him with my Mach Punch. So Magmar is putting in work. I'm destroying Magmortarism with a Magmar. That's pretty awesome. And now he's going to bring in Hot Stuff, his Vulpix, because it has a Focus Sash on it, so he can pretty much take any of my moves because he is not going to die from them. So go for the Mach Punch, takes it down to its Sash, and going to survive with 1 HP because of that. And go for the Fire Blast, and that would have really sucked. Oh my god, that'd be terrible if we missed that. That would have screwed him over. But that's why I don't like to run Fire Blast. I prefer accuracy over damage, because I can't hit shit for my life. So now I bring in Reaper. That is my Haunter. He goes for Protect to scout it out. Really, really bad for him because I set up a sub now. And yeah, it seems like he just likes to protect on all my guys that set up subs. Pretty bad for him. I go for Shadow Ball because I know I can outspeed. I am timid on this guy, and 252 and special attack, speed, and then 4 HP. So now it brings in this guy. I think his name's, is it Kling or Clank? One of those two. But anyway, I go for Shadow Ball just to see how much I can do because I am Life Orb. I was hoping I could do maybe a little bit more, but judging from that damage, I know that it has to be Eviolite because that was, I don't know, it really didn't do any damage at all, and Haunter has some pretty respectable special attack, especially after being Life Orb and Stab. So my only counter to this guy is Hulk, so I have to bring him in, because I don't want him to set up on me. He's behind a sub, and if he keeps setting up, I'm fucked. So he goes for shift gear. He is +1 attack and +2 speed now after that. So I'm kind of getting worried because I'm not sure what else he has. And now he reveals that he has Thunder Wave. I'm just like, oh my god, fuck you. God, this thing is annoying. So I'm paralyzed now because of that. Luckily I break through it the first time and I get off the dynamic punch. So his sub is gone. And that's a good start, but he has a pretty good amount of HP. He's still at half, so I gotta make sure I can get a hit off on him. Goes for a gear grind, and it doesn't really do that much damage at all. I was actually thinking it'd do a lot more damage than that, so I really wish I would just went for dynamic punch this turn, but I go for rest because I thought that I wouldn't take it very well, and I want to get rid of the paralyze. My god, if I just went for a dynamic punch, it would have made everything so much easier for me. So now he goes for another shift gear because I'm asleep, so he wants to kind of abuse that and use it against me. But luckily for me, I'm a sleep talking variant, although that does not mean shit in this battle because I have terrible luck. So you'll see right now I go for sleep talk and look at this. I get rest. That's fucking wonderful. So that won't do anything. He goes for a gear grind once again. See how much damage he can do now because he's +2 attack and +4 speed. And that does not too much more damage than it did before, but it does do about half damage in total, so that's pretty bad because he might be able to KO me with another one. So I go for sleep talk once again, and look at this, I get rest again. Like, why? Why do I even bother? I might as well just use rest instead. So I actually decided to use rest instead this turn, and it pays off. And I was like, wow, okay, that was pretty good, but he's behind a sub, so that's also pretty bad for me. So I get my HP all the way back up once again, and he switches out here for whatever reason. Not 100% sure. Maybe he just realized that I could outstall him with rest, and he didn't want this battle to become a stall. So he brings in Depression, his Gloom. I go for Sleep Talk, and I get the dynamic punch this time. The one time I don't need it. Like, really? Are you kidding me? Although it actually does help me in the long run because he gets confused, and this will pay off in the long run. So, got the confusion, and look at this, he hits himself the first time. So I'm like, okay, I guess that kind of makes up for me, you know, getting rest on Sleep Talk. Oh, that's not really hacks, though. I'm kind of haxing him out. But still, it's bullshit. So now he goes for Attract, and I'm like, no, why do you have Attract? God damn, I'm sleeping and I'm attracted. But, I mean, I'm in love with depression. What the fuck? Why would anyone be in love with depression? Depression hurts. So I'm immobilized by my love for his depression, because I guess that's what Hulk is into. I bring in my Electabuzz with the weird name, and he's confused and hits himself once again. Although I never understand the whole thing with Pokemon and hitting yourself. It's like, okay, go for Attract, and you just like slap yourself in the face. I don't know, whatever. So I'm Psychic on this guy, luckily, and the Psychic does some pretty good amount of damage, even though it is super effective, so I was hoping to do more. But I don't have the best special attack, and Gloom probably has some pretty good special bulk. With Eviolite, it has to be running Eviolite. I don't see why else you'd have a Gloom. So he actually gets the poison on me, and that really sucks because I'm a special attacker. So now he brings in his Cling, or his Clank. I'm sorry, I don't know the name of this, but I really don't feel like finding out either. I don't care very much. So go for Psychic, does pretty much no damage because he switched it in, because he didn't want to take damage on his Gloom. Now I go for Thunderbolt, hoping I can outspeed. Luckily I do, and that will take this thing out. And he wasn't really too much of a threat anymore, just because he couldn't set up a sub, so I had a couple guys that could KO him still. And he can definitely not one-shot anyone on my team, especially after not being boosted. So he brings Depression back in. And I'm kind of tired of my Depression, so I gotta KO that thing. Don't really like it around. And Depression's dead. That's a really, really good thing. I win the match, so it's also good. And he'll be uploading our second battle on his channel, which is pretty much the exact opposite of what just happened here. He's a really good commentator, and he's had some really good videos. He's under sub though. Like, I don't know why. Just check him out, give him a sub. He's really good, he's a great battler, and he just deserves more subs. So go do that, and I want to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all later.